Hello and welcome to the latest episode of the BFG podcast. This is a quick news flash with me and Jonathon. Today, the Wellington Phoenix announced that they have signed former under-23 Australian representative Stephen Ugarkovic. He said in a press conference that he was delighted to join the club and that Yusuf Talay was a coach that he was very keen to play under.
Yeah, I think Ugarkovic is going to be a really good signing for our club. So looking at his statistics over so he's played A-League for 5 years. The last 4 years under the Jets, he's played. It looks like almost every game during the regular season. Got a couple of goals here and there. He got 4 goals in the 2019-20 season. So. But, he obviously didn't get the goal against the Knicks at Eden Park where he did a big slip over and the ball went all askew. But I think he's a good signing. What do you reckon, Blake?
Yeah. I reckon he'll be a good signing for the club, especially with the, with what they said in the press release about the, cover for Alex Rupo for missing the start of the season.
Mm. And what I'm looking at too is that he's only 27, so he's not an old player, so he's still going to have a few years ahead of him. So I mean, at the moment, the Knicks have signed him for a 1-season contract, so perhaps it'll be a matter of seeing how he goes. But at 27 years of age, he'll have a pretty good head on him, and with 167 A-League games, he'll know his way around the paddock pretty well.
But with the A-League, you don't see many young players, whether that be imports or especially imports or local players. So it's really surprising that they went for such a younger player to put into a squad. That would really surprise me. It's very smart by the Phoenix to sign Stephen because that being a local Australian, he doesn't necessarily take up a import spot. So that will and someone in our Facebook comments or YouTube comment can correct me if I'm wrong, but as an Australian, I don't believe he can take up an import spot.
Right.
So if that is true, and I'm sure people will let us know when they see this, that, it's very smart if that is the case.
Yeah. An interesting point. I see that he's joining us from Western. So he was a Jets player for a while, 3-4 years. Then he went to Western Sydney, played 26 games, got 3 goals and assists. So he's coming off a really good season. So he's a quality. He's going to add some quality to the lineup.
Yeah, and the Phoenix are an up and coming club. So to have his experience for all the young players is quite good as well.
Yeah. Just something else I just thought of, Blake, and for everyone out there listening, is that if he said that he wants to come to the Knicks because he enjoys playing for Uffy, I think we can take that as a sign that we've got Uffy for at least another year.
Yes.
Because there was a few rumours floating that Newcastle were lining him up or one of the other A-League teams, but if it looks like we've definitely got him for at least another 12 months, so that's a big thing to come up.
Yeah. And so, what kind of, now looking further to the imports that should be announced soon, and hopefully we will get to figure out a way to be a part of some of those opportunities. But what kind of import do you reckon they're looking for?
Oh, that's a really good question. I would think we're looking for probably an attacking midfielder.
And a striker, of course. But
And a striker, of course, yeah. But, with Reno, Piscopo, Soterio, Sandoval, Hooper, they've all gone. They're all, strong attacking midfielders or strikers. So we do have quite a gap there. So we do need some attacking power. That's my view.
I had a couple of sources and a few friends telling me that that there are some that they feel that there are some mistakes in letting almost all of our attacking players go at once, because now you've only got David Ball and Pennington left. That you're either going to have to, and then you're either going to have to fill up that squad with imports, or you're going to have to go back to their strategy of using the local players. And I don't know if using the local players will work as well now that they're back in this country as it was with Australia.
Yeah, that's an interesting point. We've still, Wayno still up there. Clayton Lewis is still there in the midfield. So I think if we could get a quality import striker and say blood a couple of the young boys, or bring a couple of guys across back from Australia to join our squad to play on the wings, I think we'll be okay.
And I'm doubtful that we'll keep Sale, because he's had such a good season. So if we lose him, that will be another big problem as well.
I reckon. I reckon that Ollie Sale he'll be playing in the EPL or in the MLS in the United States in the next couple of years. I rate him so highly. He's such a talent. But the good thing is we've got young Paulson sitting in the ranks waiting to come in. And when Ollie was out hurt and Paulson come in and played, he had some pretty good games. So we're not if or when Ollie does get he ships off to bigger and better things, we do have some talent there. So we're not going to have a complete gap.
And just in closing, if people would like to see the raw version of the from the YouTube, if people would like to see the raw version of the press conference, it's up right now on the Wellington Phoenix Fight for the Net Facebook page.
Very cool. Well, let's do this again soon, Blake. I'm sure there'll be a lot more news coming out of the Knicks with some more signings, and hopefully we get that marquee player news through soon.
Okay. See you next time. This has
Thanks,
been
Blake.
a News Flash.